Good morning on our flight, and welcome to our flight from Labuan in the north of Borneo, near Brunei, and down to the place, or near the place, where the new Indonesian capital will be built. And I, of course, forgot the name of the nearby city right away. Very clever. But we can look at it later, or you Google it. Let's get some light on here. Okay. And get the system started. Fuel up, because we need fuel for the engines, unsurprisingly. Oh, that closes automatically, cool. Lights on, taxi lights on, and fuel pumps on for fuel pressure, avionics on, starting the system. I know. Okay, and, well, right engine start. I've got my headphones in-game, so it is very, very low noise levels. Left engine. Alright. Alternators on, my god. Alright. Let's get a pushback. A little at least. And then let's take off. It will be a long run, a long taxi. So other systems, pitot heat will be needed on. We can program. We go to 19,400 feet. We'll first go at a heading, and then I will initially start raising with that. Come on. Oh god. Oh, Microsoft. Silly you. That looks funny. Alright. Okie dokie.
Labuan ground, Starling 5 with mic request taxi for takeoff departing straight out.
Starling 5 Labuan ground airport is currently IFR. Request denied.
What? Oh,
Labuan
come on.
ground, Starling 5 requesting pushback.
Starling 5 pushback request accepted.
Alright. Flight assistant, you're an idiot. I don't want pushback. I already pushed back. Go away. Go away. Don't you know who I am? I am me, and I own this simulator. I ignore the weather. We could do that.
Labuan ground, Starling 5 IFR to Sepington ready to copy.
Starling 5 is cleared to Sepington Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 32 climb and maintain 7,000
Nice.
feet. Departure frequency is 126.1 squawk 4266.
Okay. Good. We are flying under instrument rules, so effectively we will be guided, and we have to follow the instructions. I will put on those for a moment because I need
Starling
to know.
5, did you hear my last transmission?
Yes. Yes, I did. Thank you. Yes.
Starling 5 cleared to Sepington Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 32 climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 126.1 squawk 4266.
Starling 5 readback correct. Contact ground on 118.5. Good day.
Good day. Oh, you're running into my propeller, aren't you? Ah, just a wing. Ah. Okay.
Labuan ground, Starling 5 with Mike ready to taxi IFR.
Starling 5 taxi to and hold short of runway tree 2 via taxiway Alpha cross runway tree 2 cross runway tree 2. Contact tower on 118.11 ready.
Okay. Yo.
Taxi to and hold short runway tree 2 via taxiway Alpha cross runway tree 2 cross runway tree 2 Starling 5.
Let's roll. Let's roll. I haven't flown this airplane for ages. For 1.5 years I haven't flown this. I tended to use kit aircraft, or I think the most conventional plane that I flew over the last 1.5 years was the Skymaster, the Cessna Skymaster. But now for long legs on my tour around the world, for long legs here in Asia, yesterday I decided for a 4.5 hour flight in real time from the south of Singapore to here, Labuan, which was quite a nice adventure, I have to say. But unfortunately the recording didn't work, which is a bit annoying. So in this case I just decided to start recording right away, because there seems to be a problem with my software when I'm in the program for a long time, because I wanted to only switch on the recording at the final descent, and when I'm in the program for a long time, at this time more than 4 hours, then it doesn't seem to start a recording, which is a bit poo. But hey, it is, by the way, local time is I think 6:15 or something like that. It's just around 6 o'clock. The weather is quite heavy around here, so there's in the north over the ocean there is a very bad weather front, and it's already very bad visuals here. So we're going south and trying to evade that, but it will be a bumpy start. So we're going down the whole runway. Weight-wise, we have full fuel tanks, which is more than enough for our tour, so we will fly roughly over 2 hours. The endurance of this airplane at a very big height is over 4 hours, almost 5. So that is easy peasy, and I have a co-pilot, weight set, bit of luggage, and a passenger, which for whatever roleplay reason I decided to take down south. Hopefully not against their will. Alright, that is a very interesting taxi course, but hey. There's also a very interesting building in front of us. Oh, this is the main terminal. Okay. Oops, sorry for that. Sometimes the head tracker does do silly things.
Labuan ground Moss Wings 3048 IFR Dakota Kinabalu ready to copy. Moss Wings 3048 is cleared. Dakota Kinabalu Airport has filed. Takeoff runway tree 2 climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Departure frequency is 119.7 squawk tree 672.
This airplane is extremely smooth.
Moss Wings 3048 cleared. Dakota Kinabalu Airport has filed. Takeoff runway tree 2 climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Departure on 126.1 squawk tree 672. Moss Wings 3048 read back correct. Contact ground on 118.3 tree 5. Good day.
It is very high tech, so you don't have to play with the mixture or the propeller. It's all
ground Moss
automatic.
Wings 3048 requesting pushback. Moss Wings 3048 pushback request accepted.
This is, by the way, real traffic. So, well, this car, not this car, but I think the airplane that's about to take off from Labuan.
Labuan ground Moss Wings 3048 requesting the end of pushback.
is really
Moss Wings 3048, request to end pushback received.
is literally about to take off in Labuan. Because it reads flight data from the internet.
Labuan ground Moss Wings 3048 with mic ready to taxi IFR. Moss Wings 3048 taxi to and hold short of runway tree 2 using taxiway Alpha cross runway tree 2 cross runway tree 2. Contact tower on 118.11 ready.
Direct line zigzag. My god.
Taxiing hold short runway tree 2 via taxiway Alpha cross runway tree 2 cross runway tree 2 Moss Wings 3048.
Alright, we are almost there. And we will take off before them. This airplane is like a little spaceship. It's not extremely powerful. Alright, hold short of runway, parking brake on. But it is very efficient. Alright.
Labuan Tower Starling 5 ready for departure runway tree 2 IFR to Seppington.
Starling 5 altimeter 29.77 wind tree 41 at 4. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 2.
Okay, adjusting the barometer.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree 2 Starling 5.
Okay. Let's get ready to take off. Autopilot is almost fully set up. The only thing that I want to do is getting the heading back in the right direction, because in the beginning we do not work with GPS. We just set a fixed heading, and the fixed heading is the direction of the runway, which is 320 degrees. Oopsie daisy. I'm a bit clumsy here. It's not quite 320. Okay, parking brake on. Heading set to 325, that is what we are looking at right now. Flaps are going down for takeoff. Lights are on. Let's keep the fuel pumps on for the moment. Everything else is set. I think we can go. Alright, awesome. There's definitely wind from this side. Don't know why this is still displayed. Hello! Bam! That's a bit annoying. Okay, rotating. Gear in. Flaps in. Let's get a bit more altitude and make our turn. Adjusting, trimming a bit for a shadow climb. Okay.
Starling 5 contact Kona Kinabalu Center on 126.1. Good day.
Yes.
126.1 Starling 5.
So don't need that anymore. No, I can't. Okay.
Kodak Kinabalu Center Starling 5 is passing 900 feet, climbing 7,000 feet.
Starling 5 Kodak Kinabalu Center altimeter 29.77 continuous planned.
Continuous plant, okay. No instructions. Good. There's the rising sun I'm cheating a bit, so I'm using live weather as it is now, but I fast forwarded the time by 4 hours, because I need some daylight. Fast forwarded? No. I think I went back time. I don't know. I adjusted the time. So. Okay, I would say we can go to nav right away because I flew that manually. Across the thing again. Maybe I should put the weather radar on. Okay, sorry. That's beautiful. Look at that. Just trying to get a bit of extra altitude before we go onto our assigned course. And that is just absolutely stunning, these cloud towers. My god, they look impressive. Look at that. That is beautiful. Alright, we're almost on our course. I think we are, after all, sticking to that course. Going to heading. Oops. So let's go down a bit. And
engaging autopilot.
Autopilot. Stay to this course, flying around this somewhat unpleasant piece of weather. It'd be interesting to fly through it, but it will be rather thick in the middle, so I don't want to risk it. But look at these heavy clouds, they're full of rain. Alright, all the systems are okay, temperatures are okay, fuel flow is crazy at the moment, obviously, but, well, that's, no, I think there's something reflecting. Let's reset, okay. So, let's switch on the weather radar. Okay. Glitch. Vertical. That's a bit, but we are going to rise above it. We are going to rise above it. Let's try to expedite. Oh no! What did I do now? What did I do now? No, heading. Put spaces on. Wow, that is impressive. Okay, this will be bumpy. This will be bumpy. Speed is okay. Can't rise above it. It should be alright. Yeah, it's okay. It's not as bumpy as I thought. And there we are on the other side. Let's fly around this one. Oh, stop these. This is really annoying. Without seeing a horizon, it's really, what notice it. It's very disorienting to see these clouds. They almost seem to rise. Well, we are actually up with our nose by 15 degrees. I need to get the nose down now, because otherwise we are going to stall. We will not be able to rise over this before. But it really looks like this is billowing up. Interesting.
Starlink 5, you are 900 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 7,000 feet altimeter 29.79.
Ah! Yes.
Descend and maintain 7,000 feet Starlink 5.
Maybe not. Can I cancel IFR?
Kodak Kinabalu Center Starlink 5. Cancel IFR at this time.
Starlink 5 IFR flight plan is...
Labuan approach Starlink 5 is type diamond to 6212 miles south of Labuan, 8,200 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Starlink 5 Labuan approach. Squawk 0204.
Squawk 0204 Starlink 5.
Starlink 5 radar contact 13 miles south of Labuan, 8,600 feet.
Jesus.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Really need to dance with the clouds. Doing some manual cloud evasion here.
Starlink 5 acknowledge last transmission.
Yes, 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 yes.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace Starlink 5.
Starlink 5 contact Kodak Kinabalu Center on 126.1. Good day.
Oh, really chatty today. Yes.
126.1 Starlink 5. Kodak Kinabalu Center Starlink 5, 9,300 feet.
Starlink 5 Kodak Kinabalu Center altimeter 29.79 continuous planned.
It's really light on turbulences. My god, look at that. They're not super thick, these clouds. A lot of moist in the air. Speaking of which, yes, we are still above the freezing temperature, so there will be no ice. That's good. We had ice yesterday, and we will have ice at the level that we go. 19,500 feet is for sure. So I am a bit wondering now. So I am technically on course, but I wonder why does it show me course the other way around? Okay. I'll stop that. I can't see my buttons anymore. Okay, do I have... Okay. Playing with the autopilot is not very clever. Let's look at the flight plan. I've got a custom point there, yes, but why is the course direction indicator...
Starlink 5 verify squawking 0204.
What did he say?
Kodak Kinabalu Center, Starling 520 miles northeast of Lembang. Request IFR to Sepingen, ready to copy.
Starling 5 is cleared to Sepingen Airport as filed. Squawk 0204.
Starling 5 cleared to Sepingen Airport as filed. Squawk 0204.
Starling 5, readback correct. Radar contact 12,000 feet. Altimeter 29.80, turn right heading 170, proceed on course, descend and maintain 7,000 feet.
Okay, can I please get a different...
Turn right heading 170, proceed on course, descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Starling 5.
I'm not going into the clouds.
Kodak Kinabalu Center, Starling 5. Request 17,000 feet.
Starling 5, climb and maintain 17,000 feet.
Good.
Climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Starling 5.
And we want... 19,000.
Kodak Kinabalu Center, Starling 5. Request flight level 190.
Starling 5, climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Expect flight level 190.
Climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Expect flight level 190. Starling 5.
Start our lights on. I'm so fascinated by the clouds. But I think we are out of that now. My god. What a thick soup. And we should have a very pleasant flight up here. For another... Yeah, but that doesn't work. Yeah, there's something fishy here. I am now on this way. 150. This is 166. We are on the right course. I don't know why it counts back the time. It counts back the time, and I don't know why it does that. That should not be. It shows me exactly the wrong direction. Did I accidentally... Did I accidentally change something? No, I don't want that. No. Flight plan says exactly the same. That is very, very odd. Oh, wonderful. I don't know. I had this before, and this was... Back then it was a bug. I think... I'm just looking at the menu now if I see something. Oh, this is all... Systems. We're going south, as we should go. In the flight plan. That was a bit of a turbulence there. Course parameter. I don't know why that is. I have no clue. This is one of those, because if I go to nav, this will approach mode. Okay. And then go back to heading mode. This is odd. I don't know what that is. Well, we will navigate manually. Fortunately, the time is not displayed right, which is not helpful. Alright. Let's get some wind set up. Okay, so we have 1 knot against us and 9 knots from the side. That is not too shabby. We are going south towards our goal, so... Oh, stop it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry. This auto-zoom is extremely annoying when you have dials like this. Because the moment you don't hit the dial with your cursor, it then thinks, ooh, you want to zoom! Cool! Do we see any kind of land? Yeah, I think there's the coast. Over the nose. Yeah, as far as I know, it's raining season right now, so therefore it will be very cloudy all the way down. But we will go down to Australia very soon after. So if I zoom out, this is Borneo here.
Sterling 5 climb and maintain flight level 190.
Climb and maintain flight level 190 Starling 5.
Going crossing all of that, and at this bay here, the flight plan has a definite problem here. Don't know why. It sometimes does that with custom waypoints, but the custom point here is where the future capital will be built in the jungle. So I put that in there to know how far I am, so that I can plan my descent. But it didn't do it. Thank you, Microsoft. We have to just navigate on our own, which is fine. I did that most of the time yesterday anyway. Because there is some thick weather there, but we are flying over it. So if you go to the weather radar, stuff is below us, and yeah, we hopefully will climb above it. Yeah, that's this field over there, I think. We should be in the clear. And up here, fuel consumption goes down massively. It was over 10 gallons per hour down there. Now here, it's decreasing thoroughly, and at the altitude of 19,400 I know that we will probably burn below 5 gallons per hour here, which gives this plane a very, very nice range. We do have 50 gallons on board, 2 engines, each burning 5 per hour. Oh, that's just under 4, depending on your flight patterns. I would say around about 4 hours, 4.5 hours. Because of course, during takeoff and then also in the end approach, you are burning more fuel. But let's say maximum range 4.5 hours. That's not bad. Not at all, especially with up here, depending on the wind, doing between 150 and 180 knots. Right now we barely have wind against us. We're climbing, so 123 knots ground speed. Indicated airspeed is 89, dropping slightly. For the last bit, let's go down to 300 feet per minute. And true airspeed is displayed below TAS, 122 knots. Just imagine knots is a bit more than miles per hour, so just add another, I don't know, 10-20% on it. miles per hour. Can look through the clouds there a bit. Plane is weaving a bit. But we are doing alright. We will be at our planned altitude in about 3 minutes. Fuel consumption is dropping further. And I would say we will be above that by then. It's such an elegant plane, truly modern. Everything here is really modern. So the engines are Mercedes engines. Everything is electronically done in there. And other than other airplanes that you can buy and that are still brand new, for example the Cirrus. And Cirrus still uses a Rover engine from the 1960s. Well, these engines here are super modern and well, do use less fuel. So with 2 engines you actually use the same fuel that a classic general aviation airplane would use with 1 engine. The difference is that drastic, as far as I know. And yeah, it's a bit of a pop-in effect. Yay! Some bit of Borneo. Look at that. Yeah, doing that flight below this altitude, with the fuel consumption being roughly double, plus we are slower when we are down there because the air is thicker. So as you see, the indicated airspeed and the actual ground speed are vastly different. Yeah, if we would fly that down there, we wouldn't have the endurance and we wouldn't reach our target. It would be, I think, just out of range. So we need to go to this altitude to then very efficiently fly up here. And actually, as a pilot, I need some oxygen. I just realized. I think I would have passed out by now. Because we are very, very high. Something beeping. Oh yes, there's a potential stall warning. Yes.
Starling 5, you are 500 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain flight level 190. Starling 5, did you hear my last transmission?
Yes, I did.
Descend and maintain flight level 190 Starling 5.
Yeah, up here we are really at the edge of what this plane can do. And the margin is very low here between stalling speed and the speed that you have. So let's stay at 1900, and you see that the nose has to stay up still a lot, 5 degrees, just to slowly go down. Oh, my tracker is a bit iffy today. Slowly, slowly.
Starling 5, please expedite your descent flight level 190.
Oh, come on now, 25 feet. Adjusting itself to 19,000. Speed is slowly climbing up, and our ground speed is climbing a little bit faster. Wind is acceptable.
Starling 5, please expedite your descent flight level 190.
Oh, come on. I think I did have my altimeter set wrongly. So it's set right now, so we were actually higher than I thought because I had it not well enough adjusted setup. Now we are where we are meant to be. That's beautiful. This airplane also has a beautiful paint job. Basically showing isobaric lines over all of the fuselage. Well, as it is a simulator, let's have a look outside. Careful, this will be loud. System temperature's alright. Seems to be right. Yeah, all seems alright. There is no ice, there is no precipitation that we have to fly through, so we are set. The weather should be below us. I would say yes, it is. So therefore, easy going. Only unfortunately it doesn't show us the proper flight plan, which is super annoying. I don't know what to do. So this is where we are now, where we should be. It doesn't show me the right course. Can we... No, we can't. tell him to move to that waypoint? I am not sure. I could program a new course. Activate. Yes. Now it works. Now we have a direct course from my position to wall. Thank you. That's it. Now we know the time. I got 2 hours left. 122 minutes. This will be a long video. But I will keep recording it. And then you can fast forward. Interesting. So the course that is being set by the air control, or the radio controller, is actually a course that compensates for the wind at this altitude, more or less. That's really cool. That's really shit weather. Oh god. Raining season. We will get to dry land very soon when we reach Australia. I can't wait to see the desert from the top. So far in all my tours down to Africa and then over Northern Europe, Central Europe, then the current tour through Europe to through Asia, Arabia, Himalaya, and so on down where we are now. Most favorite parts were the deserts, absolutely beautiful. Between Lebanon, Israel, Syria, Iraq, down to Saudi Arabia. I flew over to Persia, then Afghanistan. That was just impressive. Just looks fantastic. Just there are a lot of geological patterns in the that you can see from the air. It's just looking super brilliant. Plus ruins and signs of civilization. You see them easier because there's no overgrowth. When we fly over this, there might be some turbulences there, but it should be alright. Yeah, should be alright. it's slightly bobbing. There's a bit of light turbulences. We've got quite a speed. What's the ground speed now? 157. Yesterday I had wind coming from the back. When I flew east, it came from the west, and then I had, I think, a ground speed top of 182 knots. That was brilliant. That really helped on this extreme long-haul flight, because I basically flew with the wind. But the wind, I checked the weather right now, the weather map, so up to the coast where we are going, the wind should be alright, should be relatively low over the center of Borneo, at least at a manageable level, below 10 knots. But then outside in the sea there will be quite some movement again. But we are not going there. We go to the southern coast. It's a very comfortable airplane, I have to say. But I certainly will go back to my trusty other planes like the biplane, the Waco, or my new biplane, the Stagger Wing. I might actually use the Stagger Wing for most of the tour through Australia. Let's see. Let's see how that goes. But this is a great plane for these long haul flights. Very great range and a operating ceiling that brings you above most of the weather, which is really, really good because you are a bit more independent in what you do. It's just serene. Absolutely serene. Definitely flying over it. Always good. Not really hitting that cloud tower there, and it should be right. As we are flying against the wind will drift it further to the right, to starboard. So we will not fly into that. Actually, I was wrong. It's not really compensating, isn't it? Let's try it from
Kodak Kinabalu Center, Starling 5. Cancel IFR at this time.
Starling 5 IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 7000. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Good day.
Kodak
you to
Kinabalu
follow me
Center
there.
Starling 5 is Type Diamond to 62 8 miles northwest of Whiskey Alpha November Bravo flight level 190. Request flight following.
Starling 5 go to Kinabalu Center. Squawk tree 163.
Squawk Tree 163 Starling 5.
Starling 5 radar contact 8 miles northwest of Whiskey Alpha November Bravo flight level 190.
Roger Starling 5.
Yeah, I just switched to navigation mode and cancelled them telling me where to go. I just wanted to switch it to navigation mode so that the autopilot is automatically correcting for the wind, because we were drifting of course a bit. Now we are going back to the direct course. I probably just did that to, I don't know, to have something to do. Let's have a look what is coming our way. There's not much in terms of bad weather. And down there, as expected, it is absolutely no problem in terms of the weather where we are going. So I probably stop recording now after all, because this is getting very, very monotone. There's nothing we can see except for cloud formations and mountains peeking through slightly, but that will be it for the next take it at least 80 minutes. I will record the descent to the building site, and then we will have a look while we fly past it and land where we want to go. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching this, if you made it to the end, and have a wonderful day.